Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is David, and I'd like to start out with a quick question, quick show of hands. How many programmers do we have in the room? Wow, great. Now, for those who didn't raise your hand, how many of you ever wished you could build software or needed to hire a developer? See a few more hands. What we're seeing right now illustrates a fundamental challenge. Software has become an integral part of our daily lives. It's in our pocket, it's in our cars, it's in our homes, in our workplace. Yet for decades, the ability to develop software has been locked behind a door that only programmers could open. Think about how voice assistants changed the way we interact with technology. Remember when we needed to manually pick up your phone, open the message app, and write your text and hit send. Now you can simply say, "Hey Siri," or "Hey Google, I'm running 10 minutes late." Text my partner, "I'm running 10 minutes late." You don't need to understand natural language or how the assistant works. You just express what you want and you get results. Now imagine if you could create software the same way. For example, "Hey Windsurf, build me, build me an app that tracks my business expenses and generates monthly reports. No coding required, no understanding of databases or user interfaces. You just explain what you want and watch as it builds exactly what you need." That's not the future. It's happening right now with Windsurf. Here's an example. I need an app that lets customers book appointments at my hotel and sends reminders. And a moment later, we get this output. And as you can see, the time to go from an idea to a product is almost instantaneous. Now I'm going to show a more complex example, one that involves a business expense tracker. It will have a clean professional interface. There will be form fields to add the new expense, display all the expenses in a table, and a chart to visualize the data. I pre-recorded a video to save you the boring parts of watching the AI do its work, because otherwise we'd be here forever. But even if you were to try this, it would still be with a few minutes of time. So right now, I just gave it the prompt, and you can see it's doing some thinking. It created an entirely new project and right now it's adding files one at a time. Each time it pauses, it's thinking about what it should do for the next step. And within just a few minutes, we have our project fully ready, and we can run our code, as you can see in the next screen. So this is the application it created with just a simple prompt. And we have our form to enter the expense fields. And I'm adding 2 transactions just to show you it's working. But you may have noticed one small issue. The text for the inputs are barely visible, but we're going to fix that in a second. I'm just going to tell the Windsurf, I need you to make the text more visible. And now it's already fixed it. Now let's talk about how anyone can start using Windsurf, regardless of your technical background. Getting started is pretty simple. You just go to this website and download Windsurf. And the only main requirement you need is to install Node.js and npm, which is required for it to run commands in your operating system. Once you open Windsurf, there are lots of menu options. But here are the most important ones. The Project Explorer is where you will see all your project files. If you need to make changes, this is where you would open the files. The next is the Cascade Chat, which is where you input your request to tell what you want to build, so it can build the apps for you. And finally, there's the terminal. This is where you can run additional commands, such as starting your app, seeing the output, and setting up your environment. The real magic happens in how you communicate with Windsurf. Being specific about what you want is the key. Instead of a vague request, such as, I need an expense tracker, you'll get better results by saying something like, I need a responsive web app that captures business expenses using modern design. And you want to ask for a plan. This gives you a chance to review the approach to make adjustments early. And you want to start small. I usually tell it to break the project into phases and complete one phase at a time to ensure everything works as expected. And finally, test and refine. You can ask it to help you run the code and have it make adjustments if you see anything that's off. And then you would iterate and do all these steps over. And as we wrap up today, I wanted to leave you with an important thought about where tools like Windsurf are taking us. This isn't about replacing developers or eliminating the need for technical skills. It's about democratizing software design and making it accessible to anyone with an idea. Imagine a future where the best ideas win, not just the ideas from people who can code, but where a teacher can create a custom learning tool for their classroom, or a small business owner could code the perfect inventory system. The future is arriving now, and whether you're a developer who wants to 10x your productivity, or you've never written a line of code in your life, there's a place for you in this new world. I hope you'll give Windsurf a try, and if you have any questions, here's where you can find me, and you can take a photo of the QR code to download the slides. Thank you.